Well, good afternoon and welcome to Remembering Connections with Cindy.
Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. How are you today?
Amazing. How are you?
So good. I was just wanting to say that I'm pretty excited that it's spring officially now because yesterday spring was official. And there's just something, I know that there's a lot of people having snow and I know back east they're having all that stuff, but there's something about that spring energy when the tulips are going to start blooming and the buds are going to start blooming. And there really is something about that renewing you a little bit, don't you think?
There is. It's like it takes this time to die off through the winter and then this rebirth.
Yes. I love that. We were just looking. Sean, thank you.
Thank you.
Sean Denovan helping us here at Radio St. George 100.3 FM. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. And where all the places are we live, Sean? At the universe, he's telling us. So we're going to try and do this. If you're hitting us up on Facebook, we are live on Radio St. George on Facebook. And if you are hitting us up at all, I'm going to try and see if I can see some comments. We'll see. It's a little. we're still new. It's like our third show, so I'm just kind of trying to make sure that I know everything that's going on, and so we'll check that out. But if you are just tuning in for the first time, welcome to Remembering Connections with Cindy and Nicole, and we want to tell you a little bit about Nicole and who she is. And you're seeing us both on camera. And Nicole is the beautiful blonde sitting across from me. And so we always talk about the Cliff version, all of that. Can you tell us a little bit? You're a great healer, international healer. And we're going to discuss today at length of kind of how you do heal. It's different than a lot of other healers. But how that happened to you, Nicole.
Okay. So 9 years ago, I crossed over for 10 minutes. Crossed over means that I died.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the white light where I got instruction of what I'm doing now. And that is bringing healing to people and Mother Earth. And in this experience, I learned a lot of frequencies and energies. And then I came back and I started, I came back to a body that didn't work. Mm-hmm. Meaning that I couldn't walk or talk or read or write or any of that. I lost memory. And I got the opportunity to relearn that, to walk, talk, heal my body, learn healing, and learn how to be in this world and not of it. Mm-hmm. And in this, I learned
that's hard to do, by the way. Could I just say to be in the world and not of it, right? Oh. In a physical body, that's difficult. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's cold. That's what I remember. It's cold at first. But when I learned when I learned how to be mobile in this world, and I learned everything I learned is from experiencing through people, mm-hmm. through the people that either before that were my friends or that interacted with, and then my clients. Mm-hmm. And
you're not following any guru or reading a lot of books or anything. You're just getting it from spirit, what you're needing in the moment, right?
Yeah, I think that was one of the blessings of not being able to read when I came back, mm-hmm. is I didn't have that option. Yeah. And TV gave me a headache.
Okay.
So I stayed in the white light and I learned from the masters. And then I realized that that's where I wanted to learn. That's mm-hmm. where I wanted to be, is why go seek something that I already found within inside of myself. I died to receive, and now I'm learning from the Creator.
So when you came back, I know that we're gonna do we want to do a meditation. You're gonna give us a meditation to kind of put us in a really good place. You're gonna kind of explain how you do heal. I don't know what you want to do first. Whatever you want to do, we're good, and we're gonna take some phone calls today. Well, when you came back and you're in the physical body, and like you said, you're in the world but not of it. Does that mean that you are still walking all the time in the white light, like you were talking about?
Yeah, I stayed in that divinity, not understanding that most people don't see that. Oh. Most people don't see the angels and they don't see guides and spirits. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until a year later or so when I started walking and talking and my mom informed me that that isn't normal mm-hmm. for people to not disconnect from the other side. So I was going to grocery stores or going to eat, and I would talk to people's guides as if it was them.
Because they were standing next to him.
Yeah, and then I got my family wouldn't take me with them anymore. They're like, you can't come.
Something's not right with Nicole. Let's let her heal a little bit more. So now you know that there's a lot of us that are probably can't see, but yet there's, for people who have called in already with our shows and who people come to you personally for healings, there is this yearning, right? There's this yearning in our hearts, like we know there's something else other than our physical body. Don't you think that's what guides us, right?
I can only speculate by saying what other people think.
Right.
When I step into their energy and I assist them out of whatever suffering they're in, it is that they know that they're more.
Mm-hmm.
And
internally, right?
Yeah.
We're just like, it's an innate. We're kind of born with knowing that. I think the knowing,
and to mirror that for somebody is priceless for me to be able to stand in the divine and show people that to their greatness is really what I do.
That's a pretty big thing. So, what would you like to kind of explain really how you can heal and how you can heal when somebody calls up when they're not in the same room? Do you want to explain that first, or do you want to do a meditation first? What would you like to do?
Well, I'll kind of do an explanation of our last broadcast. I kind of was, I felt I'm putting myself out there vulnerable, and I was a little bit nervous to explain even about the angels or guides because of the repercussions. Really,
not everybody gets it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and the negative feedback. I was worried more about that. Well, last night I got guidance that I'm not helping if I'm in fear.
Yeah.
And if I'm not sharing exactly how I do my service work and how I bring people into their greatness,
and if you're not being true to yourself,
yeah. And
right?
so if I'm going to, and I am stand into the space, I need to authentically just share it, and whoever is ready for it will listen, and whoever is not will not, and then
and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. So. How then can you heal somebody that isn't in the room, that is on the phone? How does that work? And I know, because I know you, and I know you're amazing. That's why I'm sitting here with you. How can you, when you are in front of like a group of people, I watched you do it. You can help heal all of them at the same time. For us on the physical body, in a linear mind, no comprendo, right? Doesn't make sense to us. Can you explain it a little bit in layman terms, if you will? Dumb it down for us a little bit with your light.
So I go to the pure divinity of the Creator, of that light. And I clear myself so that I can then look in a broader spectrum of what people in the room need. And the people are always going to move into what feels good and the love.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for.
Right.
That's what we're here for, is to experience love and experience joy. So if I'm at that level, I'm going to raise that energy up. And then guess what? They'll connect with me at a higher level of understanding, whether they know it or not. And then their body starts healing because they are the ones that know what they need for their body. They are the healer. You're the healer.
You and your creator.
You and your creator
together, co-teaming it, right?
And as you remember, as I bridge a memory for you and hold this space for you, then your body, when your body feels safe, it will heal.
So you're like a spiritual nurse. You're in between the doctor, creator, and the person that needs it. Is that kind of what it is? Okay.
I've never heard that, but we'll go with it.
I'm just trying to explain, because the thing is, like what you said, when you came back, you're like, what do you mean doesn't have all this light around, and you're not talking to angels, you don't see guides? A lot of people do not, and probably the majority do not, even though they have a belief in it, perhaps. They don't. So I'm just trying to explain it to, like, on a physical level, where it's like, that makes sense to me. Like, if you're like, okay, you're like the connector, you're going, okay, have you met the doctor? Or you forgot who the doctor was? No, which is our creator. So does it make sense to you? Probably. You're like, no, it does not make sense at all.
No, it does. It does. It does in many ways.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I did notice was the people, even though they don't understand the angels and the way I do things, they do understand energy because you're even taught that in school. That energy is everywhere if you're physics, and that is
it's
what
science.
we are.
Yeah.
And so when you're thinking of everything in an energy, and so I think I've shared this, but I learned this from when I go into a hospital room and there's somebody suffering. If I go into there and I go into their suffering with them
And feel sad for them and all
I
of that.
don't help them.
Yeah.
But if I move in with a high frequency of energy,
Right.
then it will move through them and into their cells, regardless of the cancer or the stuff that their body thinks it's suffering from.
Right.
They eventually, some transformation has always happened.
Mm-hmm. So whether we believe it or not, but we think we do, so we want to call you, or we think we do, so we want to come and see you, somewhere our spirit's getting all of it, and that's why we even wanted to call you, or we wanted to come and see you, right? Is that what you kind of mean?
Yes.
Like, because sometimes our minds and our hearts are on separate channels, and I think what we all aim to do eventually is to make that congruent, have your mind and your heart kind of on the same page, and I think things kind of happen for you in a little better way, right?
Yes.
Yes. If you want to see Nicole, by the way, we were talking about these private sessions, you can go to energyhealingbydesign.com and check that out. You can check out her whole story because we just give you a little bit of the story in the beginning. We're going to be taking phone calls in a moment, and we're also live on the Radio St. George Facebook page, so please get to that. 100.3 FM Radio St. George. I want to thank the college for allowing us to be on the air every week. Do you want to do a little meditation before we go into some phone calls to kind of get people kind of ready for some healing? And let's just say this too, Nicole. We're talking a lot about the physical healing on the physical body right now, but it's emotional too, right? It's all, you're talking, when you say healing, it's all of it, right?
I believe that disease or disease starts in your emotional field, your emotional or mental field, and it moves into your body and manifests.
And stress can be a big problem with that too, right? With not just our physical body, but just our emotional. Sometimes if we had a stressful day, the people that we love, we don't seem to be as kind to because we're like all like that. So the healing's on all levels then.
Yes.
Okay. So would you like to do a meditation?
Yes.
Okay.
So I found out that through last week's live show that people to understand, to bring everybody in as one first and then take the callers because they're already kind of used to the energies being moved through their body.
Yes.
And so I'm going to really focus today on the heart space.
Okay. There's
this beautiful frequency that's moving through the air right now. It's moving up through Mother Earth, and this is physics. This is spirituality and physics. Physics calls it cycles of Mother Earth, and then spiritual is dimensions, but it's still influencing our emotions, our behaviors, and things like that. So I, during my own meditation, I could feel this pink. Now it's a fuchsia pink, and that's why I wore this shirt today. Mm-hmm. It's this fuchsia pink that is really comforting and almost of like the sacred divine, like this feminine divine heart space that's opening up to us. So
when you say feminine, it's for everybody though. It's for masculine and feminine. It's just feminine energy. It's coming through, right?
Because if you're thinking of the physics, the earth is moving more to the sun. Mm-hmm. So you have to have a softer energy when you move to the sun, right? You have to be very aware. You have to close your eyes. You have to cover up.
Right.
So that's why the feminine energy doesn't know. The earth energy knows masculine and feminine.
Okay.
No, not necessarily a gender. Doesn't matter to her.
And there's no right or wrong or better. It's just there's just a little duality there.
Yeah. So we're learning to be more delicate and move into a higher frequency for sounds and sensitivity and everything. So I learned that this opening up this pink heart inside of your own heart and discovering you and what your abilities are is helping people to move into this new energy,
right?
This new cycle of life, whatever your perception is.
Okay.
So what this looks like is I really want to. What does being in love with you? Okay, I had this morning. I'm like, being in love with me. What does that mean? So this is the vision I got.
I was going to say, I'm anxious to hear what you have to say about that because you're not as physical as the rest of us. So bring it. We want to hear it.
So as this meditation is happening and this energy is coming up and you can feel this word love, I want you to envision it in a heart. I'm just going to take you.
That's doable. I can do that.
So now what I'm going to move you into is being in love with you. We're going to step into your own energy, and you're going to feel love all around you. No expectations, no influences,
no judgment.
No judgment.
Please, no judgment. So how do we have to sit a certain way? How do we do it?
I'm going to ask you to and so you're responsible for your own healing. I just get the opportunity to guide you into it. And so you can say in your head or out loud, I am of Creator. I ground myself to the heart of Mother Earth. And I accept this healing transmission for my highest good. Now you may feel this breeze move through you. What's happening is the energies from above and the energies from below are starting to mesh. So literally when you make that call for assistance, there's this white light that moves from Creator into your energy fields, energy wheels, energy centers, whatever that looks like to you. And some call them chakras.
Okay.
As it moves from the upper chakras and the lower chakras and into Mother Earth, you're going to feel this connection. Now the visionary work is fun because you get to now look in front of you and draw this pink heart. Just imagine this pink heart bubble creating in front of you. And now be creative. Go get a paintbrush. Go get chalk. Get something really fun. Do scrapbooking. Whatever feels good. And create this inside of this pink heart bubble, love. Draw it, L-O-V-E, paint it. Scrapbook your kids' pictures on it. This love. Oh my gosh. Then close your eyes, breathe deeply, and move into that.
Oh, so it surrounds you?
You're being in love with you. This is you now. This is your energy, your
space.
Frequency, your space. And then you're going to feel center happening. Your centers of your it's an alignment from everything that's above and everything that's below. This is a cycle of life. This is why we are blessed with gravity and experiences, is because of this energy flow, this cycle to Mother Earth, to our hearts, to the sun, and it actually has a name, and it's called the Taurus. And as this is happening, now we're in an abundance of love flow, and now collectively we can share this, and we're also in our safe space because we know our energy. If anything influences this and it doesn't feel good, move away from it.
Yeah. We can stay in our love bubble.
Yes.
I like the love bubble. I just wanted to say hello to some people joining us on Facebook. Wendy from Texas. Good to have you joining us. And I see, is that your mom joining us, Nicole? Or somebody. It's somebody. Deanne?
That's my aunt.
Is your aunt? Hi, Nicole's aunt. We've got a lot of people on there, but I had to say hi to Wendy because Wendy's listening from Texas. She lives in Houston by NASA, and a good friend of mine and a sweetheart, and totally will get this love bubble. Sending you lots of love, Wendy. If you have a question, ask us. Now that
hi, Wayne and Paula.
Yeah, hi guys. Hi. So we're in this love bubble now. This is the perfect time to call if you have a question for Nicole. And Nicole, seriously, it can be pretty much anything, right?
Yes.
I mean, it can be about their own healing. You don't have to say your name. You don't have to. You just say, this is what's going on with me, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or maybe you just kind of want to know about the world today or any of that. Please feel free to give us a call. So the area code is 435. The number is 879-4100. That's 879-4100. 4100. I think we have it up on our on one of our little our pictures on Facebook Live as well. 879-4100, area code 435. Do not have to say your name. Please feel free to give us a call. We are live on Facebook at Radio St. George. Want to invite you to come on and check us out there. And if you have a question, I'll see if I can read it. And, you know, I'm becoming more competent. I'm so proud of myself. And you can always go to energyhealingbydesign.com, which is Nicole's website. And you can find out more information about her or how to get your own personal healing, right? From that, you're going to say you look like you're going to say something. Go for it. You can interrupt me anytime.
Oh no, I'll wait my turn. There's like this energy coming from several people, but it's in the heart space. So if you feel like the celebration of life, it's a joy coming for you. You've been ready for it. So you're going to, whoever this is going to feel this gush of energy. This blue energy is like a water fountain. It literally feels like raindrop washing away the old, and then we're going to bring in the new through this joyous sparkle of joy. I can't explain it, but I'm sure many are feeling it right now because it's
goes along with what we were talking about in the beginning of the show, the springtime.
Oh yeah.
Will you explain something to me too? Because I know a little bit about it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people watching and listening that don't know. When you're saying that we're washing energy, where does that energy that we don't want go?
Through healings, I've understood that Mother Earth has taken more than she wants, or no more than she can handle.
Yeah.
So I create for me anyways, is I work with thousands of people, and I work with a lot of healers. Mm-hmm. And I found out that the healers sometimes take it on. So what I can just tell you what I've been teaching and what I've been guided is create like some kind of energy ball or your own bucket. I mean, and have it go into there and then ask and have the guides or angels take it away because she's overweighed with stuff, Mother Earth is.
Yeah.
So I'll clear, and especially cancer. She doesn't want cancer or Lyme disease. She doesn't want any of that stuff.
Right.
And so it's all man-made.
Yeah.
And it's a frequency that she doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I do is I put it down into a dissolver, really. Or you know what? This is what just is coming to me. What you can do is breathe that white light through your head, down through all of your upper body. So these energy wheels in your body, they go to different organs. Mm-hmm. And they also clear your meridians, which we'll do. Why don't we just do a meridian flush right now?
Oh, let's. That's awesome.
So you're just going to feel this, you're just going to sense or know just this.
Oh, yeah, you can feel it already.
Rush going down.
Yeah.
So it's going to go through your crown.
Uh-huh.
It goes down the front of your face, down the back of your neck.
Oh, look, it just pushed my microphone down, too.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Down the the right side of your body, then down the left side of your body. You're just going to feel like this meridian. People are more than welcome to call in, too, if this is...
Please do 879-4100 as Nicole's doing her stuff. Let me just give you all the info. Area code 435 if you're calling outside that St. George, Utah area. That's where we're at on 100.3 FM, Radio St. George. 879-4100, area code 435. Love to take your phone calls. And, being the first is always the scariest. I promise we won't be scary to you. And you do not have to say your name. So please give us a call.
So you can breathe. You can just bring this beautiful light down. It's gonna flush your meridians. It's gonna go down into the phoenix. This is amazing for healers right now to listen to. Is create a phoenix before you start a healing. A phoenix it burns to the ashes and it rebirths. We saw
it on Harry Potter. That was like if you saw the Harry Potter where they had a phoenix. No, I'm serious. No, that's only I have to
No, I'm laughing because everybody tells me I should watch the show. I've never watched it, but they call me.
Listen, it is the prettiest bird ever. It's the coolest thing, but he kind of burns into flames and then starts all new like a little baby phoenix again. Yeah, so that's kind of what you're talking about, and it's down in earth. You're right?
You just create that. You send the negative emotions, the negative energies, the things that don't serve you any longer. You send that down there, and they be rebirthed and brought up through your legs and up. You have to remember, it is your energy. So you want it back,
right?
Yeah,
we just want it cleansed.
You want it
washed. It's like you have that. So it's a Phoenix Earth washing machine. Is what you're talking about. Okay,
yes.
All right. We've got somebody on the phone line. Thank you for calling 435-879-4100. If you would like to talk to Nicole, would you like to talk to Nicole today?
Yes, I'd love to.
Awesome. Go ahead and fire away. Whatever you want to ask her.
Okay. First off, I need to know who she is. Is she local here in St. George?
She is.
Okay. And is there any way I have a son who needs to be healed. We've tried everything we can think of to reach this boy, and we haven't been able to do it. We're big believers in energy work. We believe in the Creator and energy balls. And I missed the first part of your discussion, and so I would like to get a hold of her and talk with her and see how we can heal my son from the outside.
I'll tell you what, let you go ahead and I'll let her talk to you right now, and then at the end of the conversation, I'll tell you exactly where to go to get her, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
So your support behind him is amazing. So let's start with just asking you if you're sensitive to the energy. Are you feeling that just from us speaking to you on air?
I'm just feeling anxiety.
Yeah.
I just came from a traffic mess. I'm driving as we go, which I don't like to do usually. But I heard this, and I thought, I've got to get a hold of these people. They can help my son.
Yes.
So, and if I could pull over for 20 minutes, which I can't, and just, talk to you, I know I could get that feeling, the love, and that, that energy ball around me.
When you get home, it will engage. So we would love to hear next week about how that felt, and then I'll also look forward to hearing you. Spirit and energy knows no distance and no time. So what I have done for you is created it when you get home. When you get home, You're going to feel this pink heart, and you will feel it the minute you open your door, and even before, and it will clear you, and then it's also going to influence your son, and it will get him ready to see me.
Oh, good. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So I'm good. I know that you're driving and keep listening, and you can go to the Facebook page on Radio St. George, and we're live, and you can see some of where you can get a hold of Nicole there. But let me tell you where it is. She has our website, and you're going to see all the information about her. Like you said that you missed part of the show, like kind of how she got all these healing qualities because she passed away and came back. It's energyhealingbydesign.com. So energyhealingbydesign.com. Go on there. You're going to get her phone numbers and all of that information in her Facebook page and all of that. So energyhealingbydesign.com. Thank you for calling, and we're sending lots of love to you and your son, right?
Yes.
We want good things for that. It's so interesting that we had that phone call, Nicole, because I think there's a lot of parents who are like, how can we take care of our kids? Like we do everything we know how to do, and it still doesn't seem like it's enough sometimes. And then we kind of freak out as parents. You've seen me do it. So, yeah, it's true.
So I've worked with, I died from drugs and alcohol. I took Loratab after a surgery, and I went home and I drank alcohol. Mm-hmm. So that's what I knew to do at the time. Mm-hmm. And so, when that happened, it gave me a great compassion for kids suffering.
Yeah.
Anyone suffering.
I was just going to say
anyone suffering, because
right? Yeah.
I was an adult. I acted like a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what happened is once I started understanding my gifts, that's who I started working with first, because I had a lot of also suicides after I started working with the addiction. Then the suicides happened, and so I went to the core. I went, what is the core creator of this emotion? Why are these kids? And at the time, there is adults, but the kids were the ones reaching out to me. Why are they not wanting to be here? Mm-hmm. Why are they turning to drugs? And it is because they're very sensitive empaths, and they're very gifted, and it's too noisy here. So the first thing that they do, most of them, is go to drugs and alcohol.
To try and shut it off.
Mm-hmm. It's really loud. And it's in your heart. There's like this over palpitating thing, expression in their hearts, they say, and they don't know how to deal with it. Mm-hmm. Well, the alcohol will lower it down. Mm-hmm. And then later on, the drugs and alcohol. Then it seems like then they have such a divine connection. Now they have a guilt factor that they don't understand. And now they want to drink more, do more drugs, because
they don't want to feel the guilt then.
Yeah. And then their bodies just start shutting
Big
down.
Snowball.
Yeah. And then it leaves them open for other shadows and things like that. And then to remove those shadows, to find their self again is what I do. And working with a lot of kids and a lot of adults that have substance abuse,
Yes.
has been to release some of these negative influences, energies that have attached to them because of their behavior or lifestyle.
Right.
And then they seem to just start blossoming into their self and remembering
Who they are, right, and what they came here to do, and all that. And then, so for people listening that maybe feel like things are loud, you know me, I think things are way loud a lot of times. And for me personally, I always have to kind of go somewhere by myself to kind of shut that off. That works for me. I don't know that it works for everybody because I don't choose the alcohol drug route, but I certainly understand it. And I have absolutely no judgment on it because I get it. What would you say that we could do to kind of shut that noise off and just, be grounded for a moment? Because it feels like you're not grounded when it's everything's loud. Even lights can be loud to me sometimes, it's weird.
Be brave and seek support, not help, support, because and most people think that something's wrong with them.
Yeah.
And so they start hiding. And then it becomes, even if it's an array of behaviors that happen when you're sensitive. It isn't just, it's some behaviors, shopping.
Yeah.
Chocolate. There's just a lot of things. And so to reach out and no, there's not, nothing's wrong with you. There's never anything wrong with you.
Yeah.
Everything that you're given is for is an opportunity to find something more, to experience life and not condemn you like a lot of people think. That's not true.
So I was just going to say, we've talked a lot, you and I, and we're going to take a phone call in a second. Please keep calling, keep doing it because I can see you there. I just want to mention this really quick. I think we all are guilty of whether it is drugs and alcohol, whether it is shopping, whatever it is, we feel guilty. But when you were in the light, that was a lie, right? All that guilt and stuff, that's really not what's happening on the other level. They're not going, you shouldn't be doing that, whatever that is, right?
No, most merciful, masculine, feminine love that you will ever, feel, and you get to choose how you're going to. I choose to come back with forgiveness and to share that love and light with everyone. But
we appreciate that. Someone was just calling. Please call back. I'm sorry. We were just in the middle of a conversation. 435-879-4100 is the number to call. If you're in the St. George area, you don't have to dial the 435, of course. 879-4100, area code 435 if you are outside of the area, and I apologize that we didn't get to you right away, so please call back, 879-4100. We're just interested in what everybody's thinking and saying, because this is, if you're into energy, you probably understand a little bit of this. If you're not, and you're going, what are they really talking about? Literally call us up and say, what are you're really talking about? Because if anybody can explain it to you, it's this lady sitting with me, Nicole, can do that. EnergyHealingByDesign.com is where you can find information about her and how to have a private session with her. We are live on Radio St. George on the Facebook page, 100.3 FM, and we do have a phone call. Thank you for being brave to call back. Hi, you are on the air with Cindy and Nicole. Would you like to talk to Nicole this afternoon?
I certainly would. Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Okay. Exactly a year ago, I had a brain tumor. It turned out to be benign. It was a tumorous growth between the 8th nerve and the brain. And the 7th and 8th nerve have been permanently damaged. I have 100% loss in my left ear. And my balance is still bad. I've been to therapy. My doctor wants me to try again tomorrow and go at least a few more times. But I quit going because it didn't seem to help. I'm very wobbly, and my balance is completely off. I don't know if this is anything that you can help me with.
So I'm seeing that your hemispheres, your right and left hemispheres, are not cooperating with each other in harmony. Like there's a blown circuit behind your ear. So what I invite you to do is you're going to take your pointer finger, your index finger, and I don't know if you can see me, but you're going to put it above your left eye.
So your pointer finger and your index finger, okay?
And then you're going to put it right that your left hand, the same, the pointer finger, the index finger, and you're just going to.
Okay, forgive me, but I'm holding the phone with one hand.
Yeah. Yes. You want to put us on speaker? You want to set it down and put us on speaker so you could do it?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to cut you
It's
off.
okay. I'm doing, if you breathe into your heart and feel the energy that is moving through you. You should feel
I'm wobbly. It makes me go in circles.
Yes, that's okay. We're grounding you and putting you back. So now just put your hands in your lap and relax for a minute so we can get you back grounded. I just did it for you. So that technique will work. It also will remember the frequency because I just shared some with you. So you're going to now, let's balance with a pink. Yours is this coral pink. It's moving through you very, very softly, and your brain is really sensitive right now. And so it's going to be 36 hours of the hemispheres connecting and cooperating. It's just like the ocean.
Oh my gosh, I've got cold chills going up through my body.
Yeah. That's your body's aligning and remembering alignment. There you go. Now feel this in your heart. This is a love that you've forgotten because when your brain disconnects like that, it separates you from that heart space. So breathe in. Oh, there you go.
Are you feeling better?
Well, I'm sitting down. It's when I stand up and move around that I get dizzy. But
right,
my heart's pounding. I'm need to breathe deeper, yes. I guess.
So you're going to breathe through your nose and out your mouth. And this is reminding you of the universal life force. We're swimming through the universe every day, and it's a very harmonious space. And when we vibrationally invite that breath in, then the harmony is going to move through our body and clear out what's not needed and not for our highest good. And then you're going to breathe out through your mouth all that doesn't serve you. Mm-hmm. And this is when we work with the brain and the spine, there's an acclimation that your spine is going to be going through with an electric blue frequency or light energy, whatever, or a combination of all.
Right now?
Yeah, you're going to feel it. It's very gentle when we work with the brain. Sometimes it hits people really fast, but we don't want you to do the spins. So now you get to just, if time is available to you, be in this energy for at least 2 hours while your brain is accepting your remembrance of your innateness, your innate abilities to heal yourself and to be whole again, because that's what's happening. This wholeness is happening for you. And I'm going to move my energies a little way away from you before, just a little bit at a time.
How are you feeling?
I'm starting to calm down a little bit.
Good.
I have another question that is maybe related to this. And I think you've addressed this before, but it's left me. But I have had it's not a metallic taste now, but it was about 6 weeks after my surgery. I started tasting a very, very bad metallic taste. Went to the doctor, and this neurosurgeon in Salt Lake, he kind of gave me a little snicker and said, well, once in a while that happens, I'm going to give you a very mild antidepressant, and that will soften the nerves. And he said, once in a while I do hear people have a metallic taste, so I'm going to give you this prescription for a year. Well, I quit taking it because I just don't feel like it was doing me any good. But now the taste is sweet. I've been to the dentist. We've had 2 x-rays. We went to an oral surgeon and had a CAT scan on my mouth. Nobody can find anything. So Dr. Doxy wants me to go back and do therapy for my balance again, but he doesn't know what to do about the taste in my mouth either. But it makes a very dry taste, and I'm just swallowing it every swallow. My tongue is raw. The roof of my mouth is raw, curdly, just from
I know this sounds terrible on air, but it's just sucking whatever it is out of the roof of my mouth.
Okay. So that is your brain responding to that it needed assistance. So your body will react to you, will do these reactions to get your attention. I am strongly believe that balancing out the brain like we just did, and you probably are going to feel gushes of stuff going down the back of your throat for the next couple hours at least. Just know that is normal for your insides to respond that way when you're healing. I don't understand. For me, don't understand when your body is healing inside. That is one of the places that it starts draining. So
okay, well, it's been draining for 11 months.
Yeah. So let's just move that out your right leg. It doesn't really know where to go, so it just keeps like recycling. It looks like. Does that make sense? It will go back down, but like goes to your stomach and comes back up. I don't know why, but let's just redirect it. You're going to redirect it right down out your right foot. Every time that happens, you're going to think of the bottom of your right foot. I know these things seem interesting and almost too simple, but when I died and I had to come back and relearn everything and how to move this stuff out of my own body. This is what I was taught, these simple things, if I just did them every day, or when I was triggered by certain thoughts or behaviors, if I would just do these certain light activations, that I would be okay. And 9 years later, I am.
Yeah. And you're walking, and you're talking, and you're reading again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it might seem interesting, but it's worth a try when this taste comes in. Create this joy that everything is happening on purpose and in perfect timing, and it's going to be exciting and heal. So when you do this, you bring in this energy that is like, wow, if this energy that's uncomfortable in my body is not working for me, it needs to go because I'm going to replace it with this joy. Your body starts listening to that. Do you feel that?
I don't know if I do or not.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, no, it is okay. I mean, you've had a lot happen to you, and this is a lot to process, you know. So, what should she do? Just kind of rest? You said for a couple of hours.
Yeah, the 2 hours will be really amazing for your body to acclimate.
Drink water, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Drink lots of water.
Yep.
And then we are always excited to hear back from you.
Call us
right.
next week. Good luck to you, and God bless you.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate everything. I certainly do. I'll call back next Wednesday and tell you what happened.
Please do. Take care. We're rooting for you.
You as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye. Aw, that's got to be a tough thing when you have to have surgeries and when you're talking the brain. I mean, seriously, what is it, Nicole, with our bodies? You know, there's talks when you talk to cardiologists and you talk to neurologists. That's the complete fight all the time of what's more important, the brain or the heart in the body. Do you have a thought on that at all?
I have my experience. Everything I have is my experience and everything I teach is I go and I find out the truth that works for me. And I found that with 7 billion, I say this all the time, with 7 billion perceptions, how can anybody think they have an original one?
Very true.
Thought.
Very, very true.
So that you should agree on
So let's
one.
say this in your experience. Heart or brain? Brain or heart? What do you think?
So when I came back and I was trying to walk and I was trying to get back into life and I was ready to go. I was ready to walk. I was ready to do all this stuff and move forward. I kept hearing my family's, bless their hearts, words saying I can't do it. Mm-hmm. And among many other things that they shared about me. Yeah. I started believing that for a minute.
Oh,
and I went to this space where when I was like, you know what, Nicole, you can't do this. Yeah. Doctor said you can't. Everyone else says you're just, this, you know, all these stuff about you that I obviously forgot, but. Right. And I'm standing at the bottom of the stairs and I'm like, oh my gosh. I hear this voice saying, where were you when you died? Yeah. I was in the heart of God. Right. Yes, you were. Yeah. Go there. So I go in the heart of God and I realize I was a heartbeat first. in utero. I was a heartbeat.
All of us, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
So then I said, oh my gosh, I co-created this body. I can co-create these hands. I can walk. And I did.
Right.
And I moved forward. And then, and so I started drawing and talking about this heart chamber, this in your heart.
Yes.
That is similar to your brain.
Starts. Okay. See, it's true. They're just connected, aren't they? Yeah. We've got another call, 879-4100, the number to call if you want to talk to Nicole this afternoon. You are on the air with Cindy and Nicole. Hello, Remembering Connections. Would you like to have a question or want to talk to Nicole this afternoon?
Please, yes.
You got it. Go for it.
Hello.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Listen, I was down at the ocean all day today, so of course I'm thinking when you said you see blue, you're thinking of, I thought it was for me, but I'm trying to meditate and get this project that has taken me 21 years. The time is now with the Me Too movement. The time is now to get it out there, and I meditate and I work at trying to sell this idea. Can you tell me, can you feel if I'm being blocked or if it's user error, if I'm blocking myself?
I see that you, you've been working really hard. So we're going to clear this block. You get all of a sudden when you get close to anything, you have an energy that all of a sudden says, it's like, but what if? What if I don't? And you have such a high energy that you're actually really moving it away from you. You also have a 5th generation attachment of failure in the women, that you're a woman and that you're not, it's not like a woman to be able to be where you're at. Does that make sense?
I think so. I think I understand that.
Okay,
kind of like a generation where back in the day women weren't allowed to do maybe what you're trying to do now. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes.
So this attachment is an ancestral attachment, and I can release it right now, but what we'll get to do is first think of that amazing space of when this project is accomplished and where you desire to be. Then
I'm there.
Yes, you
I
are.
Felt right
you
when she did that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And now we're going to just feel this white light rush. Why I use the white light is it has every spectrum, all the rainbow spectrum in it of light. This moves down, and you're going to maybe feel like a pinch between your shoulder blades up your neck.
Okay.
And now you're going to release that out your back, and I'm going to assist it and just move it right out your back and up your shoulder. There you go. No, take a deep breath in, and you're going to feel your chest just expanded. You made more room for the information that's going to serve this new purpose or this desired purpose of yours, this dream. Because remember, we have our body's energy. It's all energy. We can hold negative and positive, and neutral, but only a certain amount. That's all the information that our body can hold. So what we did is expanded the awareness in your body, moved out that negative attachment or cord, and now you're allowing that white light of your own intelligence in. And then you directed the energy over to your purpose, your desire. How's that feel?
That sounds wonderful. And how interesting of you to say that, because I've been doing a little work on Ancestry.com, and I've been following the women in my life, wondering what their lives were like, and I can't believe you said that. I'm kind of shocked, actually. That's interesting.
Listen, if you listen to Nicole enough, you won't be shocked anymore. I trust me. I mean, I used to be shocked too, but it's amazing. But I can tell you, just from what she was saying and listening to you, I feel excited for you. I'm like excited for you. I don't know what it is, but you go, girl, because we're your cheerleaders. I can literally feel seriously, you got this.
Yes.
And if you ever forget that, you remember this moment, you got this. We believe in you because but I don't know what it is, but it's great.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll be checking in next week with you.
Please,
yes.
And let us know how everything goes with you, will you? And as it progresses and when your dream comes big, we want to hear every bit of it, okay?
Yes.
You've got it. Take care.
Take
You
care.
too.
Bye
God
bye.
bless you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I don't even know what it is, but could you just not feel how excited it was? It was really exciting.
So it moved like the whole room.
Woo! It was so great.
Oh,
you
and
know?
we should thank her for sharing the ocean. I could feel that
Thank
ocean
you
energy.
For the ocean. Thank you
Brought
for
it
the
right
ocean.
into.
Oh no, that's really exciting. When there's nothing. What is the quote? And I'm so sorry that I don't remember who said it, but there's nothing like an idea whose time has come. That's what it feels like with her, doesn't it? It feels like it's like whoa. It's really really big. It's awesome, and it's interesting too that you brought up the whole ancestor thing because I think we don't think about the fact that maybe there's something in our energetic DNA, if you will, that can kind of tug on us that we don't even have anything to do with in this lifetime now, but somehow it's connected with us and we're feeling it on some level that we don't even know, right? Is that kind of what you were talking about with her?
Yeah, I've seen this on a lot of people that come to me right now. It seems like that there's our bodies right now are changing, and that's just how it is. And
are they getting thinner and better? This is a physical. Look, you're like I don't even know what you're talking about, Cindy.
I didn't at first.
I know you didn't. I know you did. That's the one thing about knowing Nicole because she really is more not in her body. So I'm in the interpreting of the people in bodies still. No, I'm just teasing because it's like if our body's restructuring, right? Is that what you're saying? So we can hold more light, perhaps, and light means you're lighter, right? It makes sense to me.
Yes,
girl math. Go ahead.
Well, and so when I'm finding people with disharmonies and it's not theirs, it's not in their blueprint,
interesting.
I can see that it's stuck to a thought or a belief of a past ancestor. Not necessarily like people think it's in your blood. I don't witness that. I witness that it's an attachment of a thought of certain total
behaviors. Energy thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you say, we have just a couple minutes left, but you just said something that I just really want to ask about when it's not in our blueprint. So all of us come here with a blueprint. Like you can see that. You can see our blueprint and you can see what belongs in the blueprint or what we decided that the blueprint was and what isn't. That's how you can actually see that. Mm-hmm. Wow.
You designed it before you came here.
That's cool. Yeah. Really? Mm-hmm. Can we change it if we want to?
It's not changeable, but you, because you don't want it to change it. You already changed it when you were born and you moved away from it. You changed it a lot. And so moving back to
just being in the physical body is what you're saying.
Yeah, moving back to your divine design is I created you in my image and my greatness. Now go create the rest. Mm-hmm. That's what I always hear when I think of the design. There's this beautiful design. We get to create the rest. So as you're moving through each and every day, you're creating and remembering. And then I found that there's these information in like crystals and in crystalline caves. So when you put your footprint on earth or your handprint, when you crawl, imagine this, this design that you created above is in those, is in that.
This is going to be another show. Yeah. This whole crystal thing. There's like crystals that we have like our information. Like really? Yeah. And you're going to explain to us at one of these shows how to access that for ourselves? Because that would be really great information for each of us to know. Don't you think? Our own stuff that we sent down here?
That's how I moved in my body, and that's how I learned all the stuff is from accessing the information that was held here for me.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's really cool. You would want to think that you didn't let yourself down. You're like, I'm not coming there without information. And then you get here and you go, I have no information. Because that's what it feels like, So we did come here with our own information. And maybe next time you can explain to us how we can get our information.
Yep.
Is it that hard?
Nope.
You promise?
Yep.
Even for people that are in bodies completely and not walking always in the light. I mean, we are always walking in the light. I really like I have to hope that in my heart. But I mean, you see it. You are with it. It's different for a lot of the rest of us that's walking around. So,
well, choices is all there is. And if it's difficult, it's because the choices that you're making not to allow yourself to frequency match your greatness. Once you are like, know that you're already created this, you already did the work, you deserve to be here.
Yeah, you just can't. You have to stop believing everybody else what they say about you. And social media can be bullying and all of that stuff. And just and if you start believing that, it's just, if you can be in the heart of God when you passed away and you come back and you're listening to your relatives say something, and all of a sudden you're believing that instead of what you believed when you're in the heart of God. If you can do that, I mean, you can imagine the rest of us who have been here a longer time. You know what I mean? It gets confusing.
Well, it's about I forgot, but then I started as I'm remembering how to be here and use the information that's here. Then I almost started remembering what I forgot. Like the bad stuff, the stuff I didn't want to remember, I started remembering, and I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Everybody has that choice, though. Everyone has the choice to remember the light or remember the way that's not working. And it seems like people go to the way that's not working because it's safe and it feels good, and they love that box.
That's the word.
And
it's safe. And you choose not safe. And love and experience and adventure and all those great things. And you're going to teach us one moment at a time, Nicole. Yes. Thank you. If you want to get a hold of Nicole and you would like to have your own session, I highly recommend it because, as you can tell, she's amazing. EnergyHealingByDesign.com is the way to get a hold of her. That is her website, and she's got her phone number and all of that on there. EnergyHealingByDesign.com. You can always catch us here on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM, Wednesday afternoons at 3 o'clock. We figured this out. You're going to be gone up north in the northern part of Utah next week in healing. I'm going to be sitting here, and we're going to Skype, and we're going to figure it out, and we're still going to take phone calls. So we're going to find out about this crystal thing. I'm going to hit you up on that crystal thing. 879-4100. Put that in your phone. Area code 435. We didn't get your phone call today. Sorry, but call next week. 3 o'clock every Wednesday. That's when you're going to hear us. And you can always check us out live like we are right now on Radio St. George on Facebook. And I'm sure that we're going to be out and about. We've got the YouTube. And I don't understand. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just kind of old school. I don't understand all of social media. But we're here remembering connections. Cindy and Nicole on Radio St. George 100.3 FM. We want to give a shout out to Sean. Thank you very much. Happy spring. And we'll catch you next Wednesday. Say bye, Nicole.